Hey Boo Buddies! In today's video, I am going to show you how I keep a book log. So there are loads of different ways to keep a book log. Lots of people do it online with their Goodreads, and some people keep it in their bullet journal. I like to have a separate document, and in my case, a complete notebook that is just for logging the books that I read as I read them. I used to keep this on a Word document on my computer, but first of all, that became really hard it got lost on the hard drive a couple times, and then my computer crashed and I lost all my books that I had read and logged. And then it's also no fun because this way I get to have a notebook and all the fun colors and pens that come with notebooks. So a little bit about why it's its own document, it's its own notebook, and not a pretty little graph that goes in my bullet journal. If you've seen some of my past videos, you know that I do that for challenges and specific things, but they also get logged in this log as well alongside that. And the reason I keep it separate is three reasons. To see how many books that I read on an average year, month, and time frame, and to remember what I have read and haven't read, and also to reference for giving out recommendations to my reading buddies or reviews for any write-ups. So having it as its own separate document allows me to just open up this one notebook, flip around, and I can see, have I read something? Yes. Did I like it? Yes. Do I recommend it? Yes. No. Why not? There was an incident a couple years ago where I checked out about 5 books from the library, and without realizing it, I had already read all of them and they weren't logged properly, so I had no way of knowing until I was like 3 chapters into each book, and no, I've already read this book, I don't want to read this, go on to the next one. Oh my goodness, I've already read this book, go on to the next one. Oh my goodness, I've read all 5 of these books already. If only I was keeping a log properly. Okay, so this is how I do it. Every entry is numbered. Then there is a space for the title, the author, 5 blank stars that get filled in for my rating. And these are my personal ratings, don't at me. And then I write out a quick 1 to 3 sentence summary on my own words of what the book was about. And then I fill out the next entry with the next number in the numeric system. The numbers start at the beginning of each year that I am logging. So they start with 1 to whatever I read that year, and then when January comes around again, I start back over at 1. At the top right margin, I put in the month that the book was finished, and I do not log a book that I do not finish. That's my own personal thing. Some people might want to add in a DNF to their logs. And that's perfectly fine. For this same reason, I also do not log a book more than once. So if I reread a book, while it might go to this is how many books I read this year count, it doesn't get logged in my logbook a second time. I hope this helps and inspires all of you to start or improve your own book logging journey. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time, Boo Buddies.